later. I got to know what's on your mind. Now is it me you're looking at? Or your reflection in the glass? Looks to me like you're waking. I'm the kind of guy. Maybe you're just blinking. You got something in your eye. Now is it me you're looking at? Or your reflection in the glass? See, I was just looking out the window, saw you walking past, saw you living this and almost had a heart attack, putting on your lipstick, powdering your nose. Is it me you're looking at, or have you got somewhere to go? That's 50 ways to leave your lover, to take what it takes to. What's the loneliest number? Baby, how about me? Baby, how about you? Looking at, give me some foot, baby. Oh, your reflection in the glass. Yeah, a little soul shit there. Take it away, Scott. Thank you. Takes two. What loneliest number? Baby, how about me? Baby, how about you? Is it me you're looking at? Is it me you're looking at? Or your reflection in the glass? Thanks everybody for who's here, and I'd like to thank the people that are here in spirit. Too, you know, people say I can't be there, but I'll be there in spirit. They would probably be sitting there, those people.
Right, that's true.
You
don't know it, but those tables are full.
I always ask them if they can pay in spirit also. No reason you can. Very easy to send money now.
Good evening, good afternoon, good loving, hate seeing you leave so soon. I got a good feeling I'll see you again. Maybe next time, a good time. It does me good. Stay for dinner, stay forever. Come to my neighborhood.
If I'm not with you, where would I be? Only you can see the good in me. request from the band.
I want to introduce you to the Soul Shoe. Created and developed by Scot Sax.
Because when you got time on your hands.
Decorated. Yeah, what is like, additional decorations by Josephine Sax.
Yeah.
Who went to town with the glitter.
That's why they call it Tinseltown, I guess.
Yes, that's right.
I never loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you like I love you now. I always lied to you. I always lied to you. I always lied to you when I said I could live without. I never needed love. I never needed love. Nothing but shadows and doubts. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing but everything. I never needed love. I never needed love. Nothing but shadows and doubt. I never needed love. I never needed love like I need it now. I never loved you. I never loved you. I never loved you like I love you now. Woo! Thank you. That song gives me a David Cassidy feeling. Like that thing you want to be when you're a kid. For me, it never goes away. Like I'm always like that's still the goal. So I used to watch the Partridge Family. And I like harder rock stuff and the cool stuff and Zeppelin and all this stuff. But there's just something about that lady killer kind of song. Like it's just like it's just so smooth and it's just like there's no way that guy's not the coolest guy in the room, at least right now. And so that song, that's from an album I put out a couple years ago. The album's called Drawn from Memory. But I was just feeling like I think because this has a little bit of like a dinner theater vibe, like a little bit of an adult situational vibe. It's not like the 5-spot kind of thing. And I was just like, you know what? I'm like David fucking Cassidy right now, bro. What is this song? I woke up this morning. I don't know what he says. But I just felt like I had really nice hair, I guess is what I'm saying. Speaking of really nice hair, Suzie Brown is about to do things to you that not many people have done.
Should I do? I don't know if I'm feeling it.
Oh, okay,
Should I do
yeah.
that or side?
This is. You could do whatever you want.
What are you guys feeling? Another love song? A pandemic song? This is an intimate crowd. You guys can.
Love song.
Love song?
A love love song in the pandemic.
Let's ignore the pandemic.
So this is
The intimate crowd used to be a good thing, but these days it's like, oh shit, it's an intimate night with so and so.
at least you're
Don't be intimate. Yeah.
Yeah, no intimate.
This is a love song I wrote about Scott before I even met.
Before you what? Before you.
Before I even met you.
Hold on a second, I have to take things.
Oh, that's right. Ah, the dreaded capo. Scott hates capos.
Hate 'em. Shouldn't have to need something to play this song. It's just. This is where
Yeah, so I started writing songs kind of later in life. Most of you guys know me, but I'm a cardiologist, and I had my kind of like come to Jesus. I'm Jewish, but I had my own come to Jesus. At the end of my cardiology training, and just realized that I love music too much to not make more time for it. I had written my first couple songs in my mid-30s and started playing them anonymously at an open mic night in Philly. And then soon after that, I had written maybe 4 songs, and someone in my family asked me to play a song at their wedding. And I'll just tell you that none of the songs I had written thus far were very appropriate for a wedding, because they were all heartache songs. So I had to dig deep and do some wishful thinking, and I wrote this song called Side Street.
You should play some divorce parties. You know, they have wedding bands and
Right,
divorce
yeah, right,
bands.
exactly.
You know.
I have a whole catalog of, not divorced luckily, but. Well, it's morning again, and I'm still dreaming as the sun's streaming in. And I wish that I could stay, got to leave this dark and quiet night and face another day. Well, with all the times I've seen sunrise, you'd think that I might know why the world feels so damn heavy in spite of all this light. So you hold my hand and you talk to me sweet, and we walk through the seasons, taking only side streets. Though the road is long, every day I will greet, 'cause with you my love, it ain't so hard on my feet. Well, night has come and gone, and my best foot goes in front as I see what comes along. But if it's more than I can bear, I look up to that daytime star and say a little prayer. Well, I wish that I may, and I wish that I might do what I need to do to bring me back to you tonight. So you hold my hand and talk to me sweet, and we'll walk through the seasons, taking only side streets. Though the road is long, every day I will greet, 'cause with you my love, it ain't so hard on my feet. Well, sometime down the road, when all the black's gone from my hair, when we move a little slower from the passing of the years, we'll lie in bed and reminisce on places we have been. I'll still love the feel of your sweet touch, your breath upon my skin. And now you hold my hand and you talk to me sweet, and we walk through these seasons, taking only sides
song that went like that. You ever, just assuming you guys play 7 instruments, I'll just talk to you like. Sometimes I'm on stage and I start doing that kind of thing, but then I realize I didn't write anything like that. Then I want to do that, but I don't have it. It's like spending money you don't have. But if I did, it would be like, I would say something really memorable. I like to put myself in awkward situations and then I like to make it back up. I'll
It's
figure
true,
it out.
it's true. When we're on stage, he on purpose
Yeah.
makes it super awkward, and
Yeah.
I see if he can dig himself out.
Yeah, I'll take myself out. Here we go. Sometimes I gotta go to the bathroom right before the show, but then I realize it's at the other end of the bar. So I say, screw it, I'm just gonna hold it in, and that's okay. But right now it doesn't really seem that far. Okay, did I not weasel out of that?
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Alright, no, I ordered that. That's for Peter. Alright, next, what do you want to do?
You got your done arrangement, you got your...
Let's do, huh? Yeah, sure.
For those of you who aren't musicians, it's basically a rule that you have to lose your pick at least once a show.
Yeah.
I've already done it twice.
You have?
Yep.
I've just seen her face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. She's just the girl for me, and I own all the world to see me then. And if there's another day, I might have looked the other way, and I would never be anywhere. But as it is, I'll dream of her tonight. Falling, yes I am falling. Then she keeps calling me back again. I have never known the lights of this. I've been alone and I have missed things and kept out of sight for other girls who never quite like this. Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I've just seen her face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. She's just a girl for me, and I want all the world to see we've met. Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Oh, falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Thank you very much. My dad took me to see Paul McCartney and Wings when I was 11 years old. That.
Scott likes to ask people what their first concert was, and then he judges them for it.
It's true.
Never telling you mine.
I know. But you know what? Somebody finally got me, because I usually win that hand.
Yeah.
Right, I do. I'm like, what was it?
He does, he totally does.
No, you
I see
didn't.
the wheels spinning
I know,
whenever he asks that question.
I know. It's like I start a card game and I know I have the ace.
Yeah.
But you know what? What's her name from Fanny's? Was it
Yeah.
Pam?
Ellen? Oh, Pam.
Yeah. I was in the winning circle there,
Yeah.
and then she finally gets around to telling me her first concert was fucking Elvis Presley.
Come on. She was. Mine
I
was
was
Peter,
like,
Paul, and Mary.
That's the only way you can win that.
You can't judge me for Peter, Paul, and Mary.
You can't even say it, Peter, but it doesn't
I
matter.
know.
No, it's true. That's respectful. Like when someone's first concert was Poison, you just have a moment's silence.
Yeah.
are a dream. You're having me inside your head. Decide the meaning of what everyone said. Down in the basement, all your secrets hide. Where nobody gets in, will you ever let in the light? Down in the basement, boxes sealed tight. Where nobody gets in, will you ever let in the light? Mouth is a parade, your mouth is a prayer. Sat on the stage when nobody was there. You had your first kiss and had the last laugh. You swung and you missed, but you're still up to bat. Down in the basement, all your secrets hide. Where nobody gets in, will you ever let in the light? Down in the basement, your box is sealed tight. Where nobody gets in, will you ever let in the light? Down in the basement, all your secrets hide. Where nobody gets in, will you ever let in the light? Down in the basement, boxes sealed tight. Where nobody gets in, will you ever let in the light? Down in the basement, nobody Thank you very much. Gene Peterson over there sang on that song in the studio. I'm sure you were. That was on an album. I know. And you did beautifully on that. That was on an album I made. I decided to make a soundtrack to a movie that didn't exist. And it was called Playback is a Bitch. And
It's on Spotify.
because I thought it would be like, that would create like, well, where's the movie? I mean, the soundtrack's really cool. But then in the middle of it, I was like, well, why don't we just make a movie? And then we made a movie. So if you look it up, it's called Playback is a Bitch. And that song is called Down in the Basement. And it's like a movie. It's like a little, and it won awards in film festivals. I kind of forgot that because it was during the quarantine thing. So it was sort of like, did it happen?
No, that was before.
Oh, no. No. We filmed it before. But the film festivals,
Was it all during?
Yeah, so
wow.
like
It came out last year, I think.
there weren't
Yeah.
festivals.
Wow.
It was just like digital festivals. So
Right.
I don't know what that means. It's a digital tree. You call it
Blur-
a digital
blur-
farce. Okay.
All right, we're gonna sing
I can't go anywhere.
a song of
From
mine
there.
that is going to be on a new album. It's called Another New Normal. I wrote this song while I was trying to quote unquote homeschool my children, which is such a joke. I had them doing some made up thing and I snuck into my bedroom and wrote this song. And I was just sort of like trying to adjust, and on one hand felt like, how is this ever gonna work? Like I just felt like I was drowning, but then I also was thinking, you know what? There have been so many seismic changes in my life that I've managed to get through. And this is one new normal. It's a big one, but you know, it's not the first and it won't be the last. So it's sort of an optimistic song if you want to look at it that way. All right, it's called Another New Normal. 1, 2, 3. Whatever's in the sky, I ain't be a one day. I'm gonna be somebody. I'm gonna be a real gone cat. And I won't want you.
Fats Domino there for you. What am I doing?
I don't know.
I feel like playing slide guitar. Do you enjoy slide guitar with your steak what is it called? All paws in your steak. What is it called?
Steak au poivre. Pepper steak.
Is that what it's called? Steak au poivre?
Au poivre.
I always want to complain to that waiter and be like, these potatoes are like all groggy. So just take that back. Bring me some fresh ones. Because they're like, I've counted them.
Guys, this is my drumming debut tonight, and I'm like obsessed.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's pretty
so
good.
addictive.
I know. Right.
Yeah. Can't take it.
It's kind of a wonderful thing.
So if Scott's going to play slide, that means you're going to see the progression of my love songs for him. See how it changes after 10 years of marriage. I think actually the idea of this song came because I was taking voice lessons when we lived in Philly, and I was, I think, complaining to my voice teacher about how Scott's so messy, how his like clothes and shoes are all over the place, and she said, Suzie, if those shoes weren't there, you'd really miss them. And I was like, damn, that's good. And so true.
And I think it's the sound of the seltzer maker that really put the bow on the.
Yeah, he's poking his wife. He's poking his wife.
What's that?
This one's for you, apparently. What's that?
No, I was There we go. This is my little lamp.
This one was on an album Scott and I made right soon after I guess within a year of when we moved to Nashville. I came to Nashville 7 months pregnant. And so that first year was interesting, you know, not knowing anyone, working, new baby, but
That's right, when everybody met you, you were just like sweaty and uncomfortable.
I know. I wasn't sweaty, I was just really tired.
No, I was
Tired.
sweaty.
There's nothing about a baby that makes you particularly sweaty, but
Well, it seems like it'd be sweaty. I feel like I would sweat if I had a baby in my stomach.
it was such a Nashville experience. We went,
Like when I eat a big meal, I feel sweaty. So does it feel like do you feel like you overate? Really?
no, it's so great when you're pregnant because you know that feeling like when you overeat a little bit, your belly's just enormous, so you feel like you have to suck it in.
Let's
When
turn
you're
this into a
pregnant,
blues
you can
song.
just like pig out as much as you want. You just look a little more pregnant. But anyway,
You woke up pregnant this morning.
Scott and I made this album in the hood at an awesome studio. We just did it all live in a few days, and the album was called Our Album Doesn't Like You Either.
Yeah. That was the best part. The title. Hit it, baby Jim.
You left your clothes on the chair, couldn't find a place place to sit. All them dishes on the counter, couldn't find a glass to drink. And as much as I complain that our house looks like a zoo, I take it all if it comes with you. I take it all if it comes with you. Will you keep me up at night with your tossing and your snoring? I may call you a lot of things, but I won't ever call you boring. I could keep on with the fussing, but I'm telling you the truth. I take it all if it comes with you. Baby, I take it all if it comes with you. Now got what I used to be missing, but you're the only guy got for a girl in my condition. You might be a mess, but I love you through and through. I'd take it all if it comes with you. Baby, I would. I'd take it all if it comes with you. I let you borrow my car, then you go and lose my keys. Tell me, why is it so hard to put them where they're supposed to be? Well, your head is in the clouds. Will you make my sky so blue? And I have it all because of you. Baby, I would. I'd take it all if it comes with you. Now got what I used to be missing, but you're the only guy got for a girl in my condition. You might be a mess, but I love you through and through. I'd take it all if it comes with you. And you must believe I'd take it all if it comes with you. You're the soundtrack to my heart. You're the sunrise in my world. And the thing that means the most, you're the daddy to my girls. Well, you opened up my eyes to love I never knew. And I've got it all because of you. Baby, I do. I've got it all because of you.
Should I stick with this guitar or you want to go to
Yeah.
Stay on this one? Okay.
So this guitar, can I talk while you're tuning?
Yeah, sure.
That's what they say in Canada. I'm from Canada, tuning. Yes,
They really?
Yeah, tuning, tuna.
That's
Yeah, if you ever ask my parents if they want what they want for lunch, they'll say tuna sandwich. Yep. Anyway, so when we lived in Philly, we lived next door to a mildly mentally ill but perfectly nice professional dumpster diver. She literally spent all of her time dumpster diving, but she would find the most amazing stuff. Including one day, she left a guitar on, I guess, did she ask you if she wanted a guitar or she just gave it to you?
I don't know, I was thinking about something else.
Marriage. But anyway, she found a guitar for Scott that was the coolest, unmarked, unidentifiable guitar. Ungoogleable guitar, and he ended up writing a whole blues album on it.
What was that song? Unforgettable?
Yeah.
They should have an updated one.
Yeah.
Ungoogleable. Your looks are ungoogleable tonight. Is that one considered in tune in certain parts?
Yeah.
Is this one better?
I think it's close enough for blues. Yeah.
Horse ain't got no short face. Pigeon ain't never gonna be a dove. You can't stop. You can't. But I'm gonna turn your hate to love. Neil Peart didn't stop his entire life till the day he died. Yeah, I'm gonna turn your hate to love. Just made that up. People ain't never gonna be a singer. Some songs you forget, some melodies linger. Some bees full of honey, some nothing ain't but a stinger. But I'm gonna put a ring on your finger. Show the ring. Yeah, I'm gonna turn. You can't stop that. Now you gotta figure it out how to do it. That was a trick. I'm gonna turn the hate to love. You think Karen Carpenter would have stopped? Sheila A. Machinery. I ain't no magician, I don't play to be. No, I don't believe in that stuff. I'm gonna turn your hate to love. But I'm gonna turn your hate to love. Yes, I'm gonna turn your hate. I'm gonna turn your hate to love. Go silence. Parts of my body.
You guys, this is the first time we have played a show for an audience in Nashville since, early 2020. So thank you. I tell you what, live streaming is better than nothing, but it doesn't replace this.
Yeah, I wanna get, because you missed the heckling. Nobody heckles on live stream.
Yeah.
I want to go on other people's streaming shows and be like, "You suck."
No, you want to go.
Throw coffee
You have
out.
to sit. You have to somehow sit in the front row of their live stream and check your Facebook.
Yes. Wait, how do you do that?
I don't know, but that's the joy of playing live.
I know.
We were playing at Rockwood Music Hall in New York, which sounds like Rockwood Music Hall. It sounds like this huge place, but it's actually a tiny little room. The people are sitting right there. And I was singing like a ballad, and some guy was on his phone, right in my face, and Scott was like, you can't do that.
They reprimanded him.
Yeah, you did. He's like, you just can't do
Actually,
that.
I know. The better one was, I was playing a show with someone, and we were opening for Chris Isaac. And obviously, 4 of his super fans were there, women. Fans, and they were just yapping during our set, just non-stop. And I like couldn't, I couldn't concentrate. It was really distracting. And I was trying to, and you can't reprimand an audience because the people all the way back there only see what you're doing and they don't see what you're responding to. So they only see the jerky parts.
Yeah, you can't be a jerk, yeah.
Right, you can't. So I was trying to figure out, like, all right, I have to get them to shut that up. But I don't know how to do it without me looking like a jerk. So I said, hey, I just want to bring everyone's attention that my mom and her best friend since they were little kids is here. Stand up, please. And then they stood up, and even though it wasn't my mom or her best friend, and everybody clapped, which was weird for them, so that was good so far. And then this is the part that I had planned on, which worked out. They didn't say another word because then people would be like, God, it's so rude that his own mom is talking about the set. So it was like that was
kind of genius. I give you credit for that.
It was like, you know, the Gillette razor commercials where there's two blades. I do everything like that. I do the one thing and then the second blade is the one that seals the deal. I felt like that was a two blade.
Yeah.
What? Two blade right there. I love that commercial. But I think I thought when you got the razor, you would kind of see that, right? Like you would see that hair get pulled out by the second blade. But you don't see it.
All right. I wrote this song for my kids, for my girls. We have a 5.5-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I always wanted to have kids. I always knew I was just gonna love my children so much I would want to eat them, and that is definitely true. But what I didn't expect was how much they love you back. And it's one of the most magical things about motherhood, but it's also absolutely terrifying to me. And that's kind of what was on my mind when I wrote this.
album that was made in the past year. This is a oil painting of the 4 members of my old band Wanderlust. We're standing at our computer screens. And because that's how we made the album, because we all live in different parts of the country, and because everybody was stuck at home. And I found this old tape of songs that we never got a chance to record. We had one album out on RCA in 1843. And it was an awesome album called Prize. And anyway, so we made this album this past year. And, it's called All of You. And by Wanderlust. And I'm going to do a couple songs from it. And, I'm really proud of it. I think it's really good. I like it so much I bought 1,000 copies. And also, I'm so glad to see everybody here. Clearly, you're not anti-saxers. You can see that was the joke I was being to make. Thank you. This was a song that I wrote. We went on tour in 1995, and it was so amazing to go from. I think nothing's better than when you go from just like being a kid in your bedroom with all your records and your guitars and your stupid gigs and your friends and your enemies and then your friends again and bands and all that stuff. It all leads up to like, holy shit, I got a record deal with effing RCA. It was just beyond my comprehension, and it was one of the most horrible and enjoyable experiences of my life. But up till this point, it was still really enjoyable, so that's good. And when I wrote this song. But anyway, I wanted to write a song that was just a list of things that I remembered from being on tour, like as soon as I got back from tour, so I wouldn't forget. And the point of writing the song was make a list with no adjective, well, not no adjectives, but no like emotions.
No feelings.
No feelings. Yes. See how this works? Feelings. No feelings. No, it's you're right. But in this one, I wanted to keep the feelings away and just, make it like a list. The velvet blue, the corduroy moon, I can Tina in a picture. Did you see her in the kitchen? Sliding down the staircase, someone with a scared face screams. The bright blue sea, on and on. I can see her in the doorway. The to and fro at the rock show. Did you meet the big name dropper? Was there anyone who stopped and said hello? Sliding down the staircase, someone with a scared face screams. The bright blue sea, on and on. I can see her in the doorway. Did you meet the big name dropper? Was there anyone who stopped and said hello? Did you meet the big name dropper? in the shuffle with that band, and so we finished it this past year, put it on the record. And then this is a song that I wrote earlier this year, last year. They're all blurring together in a weird WTF thing. So this is newer one. There's best days and there's worst days, and the day after your birthday, and the joke that made you cry, and the 5th day of July. And there's circles and there's squares, and people that don't care, and some who care so much. You judge and you don't trust. Nobody takes the blame for you. Nobody brings the waves for you. Nobody saves the day for you now in Jesus. You comb your hair and you get dressed. You try to show the world your best, but the world just breaks your heart in two. Million pieces. So you fix it or you try. Get prescriptions for your eyes, and you keep the world away. You're not for sale, just display. And just like the weather, we're all rained on together, and we slip until we slide, and we live until we die. Nobody saves the day for you. Nobody brings the waves for you. Nobody takes the blame for you now in Jesus. You comb your hair and you get dressed. You try to show the world your best, but the world just breaks your heart in two. Million pieces. Thank you. Sure.
This is a song I wrote back in our Philly days. Scott and I had a little house with a yard that was maybe half the size of this stage. It was tiny, but we put a little bench in there and we fixed it up. And
It was great. You could put the lawnmower, like you just put the lawnmower there, and you turn it on, and then you turn it off, because that was the size of the yard. It was great. You didn't have to push it or anything.
yeah. But we had some really sweet nights there in our own little backyard. Take off that hat, never come sit in the back. It's a beautiful night. The stars are like spotlights. It's our own little show night. Just you and me, keeping company. And the price of admission is just a little kissing. It's our own little show tonight. And our audience is the grass and the fence, and the road just you and me, keeping company. There's no better way to end this long day than our own little show tonight. There's no better way to end this long day than our own little show tonight. All right, I think we have a couple more songs.
What, the Grateful Dead used to say, I think we have a couple dozen more songs.
Yeah, right.
One
Like
more
when you
set.
play. One more set.
Scott, like, this is his favorite underhanded compliment. After the first song of a show, he'll be like, one more.
Sounds like an encore, like I'm, but I'm actually going, if you could just do one more, that'd be great.
This is from a record that I made in Nashville. I was a big fan of the Wood Brothers, and I just decided, I just like strapped him on, and I found Oliver Wood's email, and I just emailed him and asked him if he would produce my album. And shockingly, he said yes. So came down to Nashville. I had never been here before except for on a couple of writing trips with Scott, and we made this record in a week over at the Sound Emporium Studios, and it was a dream. I basically kind of panicked because I knew we just had to move here. I didn't know how that was going to actually happen, but I knew that was just going to have to be at some point.
Well, I mean, full disclosure, we did it the safest way we knew how, which is for you to land yourself a doctor job here. I mean, let's just say it out loud.
Well, they did, yeah.
Because we would have been.
I just emailed Vanderbilt and asked them if they were looking for a heart failure doctor.
And it turns out people don't eat very well here.
There's plenty
And there's
of
no
work.
healthy eating in sight coming towards Nashville. So, job security.
Breaking
We had
hearts.
fried chicken.
Fixing hearts. So I came up with a slogan. It's saving lives and playing dives.
That's the Suzie Brown
That's right.
slogan.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to do the song. Right?
Yeah, so that was like 7 years ago, more than 7 or 8 years ago that we
Yeah.
made this record. So it's called Almost There.
That was cool. We had a video and we wrote there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just trying to get there.
And that's what it
Which
was
is really
about.
what there is. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I was really confused for a long time because I was in training to be a doctor, and I kept feeling like, well, when this happens, I'll be happy, and when I finish this part of my training, I'm going to be happy, and when that happens, I'm going to be happy. And then I would just get to those places and still be like, why am I still not happy? It turns out that it was really music that I was missing, and ever since I just like kind of made my own path and decided that I can be a musician and a doctor, I haven't had that feeling anymore, and it's amazing. People ask me, when I'm on podcasts or interviews or press, they always say, well, what do you want to be doing in 5 years? And for the first time, I'm like, I just want to be doing more of this. This is great, but
I've had that. Do you ever have days where I've done this more than a couple times in my life where I've left the house because I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And then get in the car, and I find my way just back to the house because I can't find a place that's
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
I don't have coffee shop. I'm done. I'm so sick of coffee. You know what I'm gonna do? I just need to get back to books. I'm gonna go to the bookstore and I'm like, and then I just sometimes actually don't even get out of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't really happen as much anymore, but I remember back then I would actually before I met you, I did that. I did. I would be I would do a full service. So stupid. Then you realize you come to the conclusion when you're at the 5th place that you're trying on. I was like, you know what I really want to do is kind of just hang out in the living room and put on a jazz record, read a fucking book. And it's oh, that's where I was 30 minutes ago when I was trying to figure out what would make me happy. So stupid. That's why I think if you work from home, or you spend a lot of time at home, I think even if you work from home, you should get up in the morning, get in your car, And just
Drive around the block.
sit in the driveway and just pretend you're like in a traffic jam, curse people out,
Hey, get
listen
some
to
road
the
rage
weather,
going.
the
Yeah.
traffic, and then just get out of the car and then go in your house and then start working. And you'll feel like you Sorry, I stopped listening to what I was saying. Did you ever quit listening? Did you ever quit your own sentence? Like you're talking to somebody and they're like, "What?" And you're like, "I don't know. I don't even care. I don't care what I'm saying wrong."
All the time.
All right. I think what I'm most excited about, I think this girl right here is thinking, you know, the music's good, but I want to get an album on his banter. That's good. After the show, I'm going to ask about that. All right, here we go. I know what I'm doing. I was doing this before you were born. No, I wasn't. When were you born? 84? 74.
You were 9.
No, I was playing drums.
Bikini's on, but it ain't quite summer. Too late for lunch, too early for dinner. Sitting on your porch, but nobody's home. Wearing shoes that I've outgrown. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost where I wanna be. It's almost here. It's almost here. It's oh so near, but out of reach. Running in circles, running in squares. Running into people, running into chairs. They ask me questions, tell me what's new. I'm just waiting for my dreams to come true. How about you? I'm almost there. I'm almost where I wanna be. Almost here, almost here, oh so near, but out of reach. Oh, aspiration. Call for inspiration, perspiration, just that frustration, and by my calculation, we'll be almost there, almost there, almost where you wanna be. Almost here, almost here.
gonna do 1,000 more songs? I don't know. We're gonna do one more song.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do a medley of songs no one's ever heard of. I was thinking about doing that last night. Do you think they would react the same way? You know,
Well, they've never heard of our songs.
that's true. Isn't that amazing? You spend your entire life advertising, and they're like, "Yeah, never heard of you." But it's also true. Like when you leave town, like Aaron Lee Tasjan, he's like God here. You go to like Philadelphia, they're like,
Who?
"Never heard of him."
Yep.
But I think there's a lot more pockets in music than there used to be because there's a lot more like. I don't
But it's
know.
not all dictated by the radio anymore.
Yeah. But see, I miss that dictation.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody knew Pilot. You've blown it all sky high by telling. What is that face? By telling me a lie without a reason why. Wait for it. You've blown it all sky. You guessed it. High. You know, there was dictation. I like things like that. Everybody knew that song.
Yeah.
That's your yap, move on. I got you.
No, I
Like, you know how people complain about Facebook, like, oh, I went to Amazon.com and like looked up, toilets because ours was broken. Now every time I go on Facebook, a toilet ad comes on. I'm like, that's a good thing. They're helping you. It's like, thank you. I'm like, that's right. I was looking for that. And then you see an ad. Everybody's so like paranoid about the man or their, I like dictation. I like, I don't mean like dictators, F that. But I'm just saying,
Potatoes?
no, I just.
I like potatoes.
No,
I like dictators.
Yeah. No, I just like when there was like 12 songs and we all bonded. We either
Yeah.
I remember my neighbor Cheryl Barrett. She's like, oh, I hate that ack song. That was the Billy Joel. You should never argue with a crazy mama. I loved that. She hated the song. I loved it, but we loved and hated the same song.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I miss.
Yeah.
It's like the same
I
with.
got you, bro.
Wait, I have one more point. It's the same with like all the different cable stations. And anytime like I try to bond with somebody on a show or a movie or vice versa, we wind up talking about which we have access to, like which channel. And then they say, oh, because you can get that if you get a subscriber to it. And we never wind up talking about the show.
And it's so boring to be talking about how you get your TV.
I know. They go, I'll be like, oh, I saw an amazing movie. It's like, it's such a rich story about blah, blah, blah. And they'll be like, oh, what channel is that on? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's like on Amazon Prime. Oh, I don't get Amazon Prime because I get the thing. And then that's all we're talking about. What are you laughing at?
That's so true. Like I've had that conversation so many.
Then you don't even talk about the
No, you just talk about how you get your
movie.
TV.
Yeah, we don't have Amazon. You used to have Amazon Prime because they had that documentary last year, so we got it for like a couple months. But then I just didn't really like the shows, and we just like let it run on. So I just want to get in part. I'm like, can I talk about the interesting piece of art? And yeah. So I miss the 10 channels of television, the 6 stupid songs.
Yeah.
I do. I miss that. Because we got nothing in common anymore. I want to write a really. Do you remember when you were little? They used to sing on TV. There would be duets. I just remember like watching with my mom these duets. They would sing so close, and it was so embarrassing because intimacy was a thing. You just couldn't even know what that was about yet, and they'd be like.
Oh, it's like you feel like
It'd be like.
you're in there.
Love lifts you
No.
up where you belong.
Yeah, that one. No, I was gonna say. Which one?
Islands in the street.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, it was.
Crystal Gale and
What's this?
Randy Rabbit.
Oh, and I could do Crystal Gale. I like her song when she like always moved the microphone down because she was such a professional. And don't it make my brown eyes? Don't it make? It's like a puppet. Don't it? I was like, no, the one. What's the Lionel Richie one where they go bum bum?
Oh, that's the Everlasting Love.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Two hearts.
They'd be like that. Yeah, really
Really
close. Like really close. Wouldn't if you cracked up on stage?
Oh my God, do it again. I want a picture.
Okay. Two hearts. too hot to beat. You know what? We should take crazy pictures and put them online and be like, oh my god, you should see this. See, that's how we can get a lot of people, Mike. We should make, like get this one. Get like a Jerry Springer.
Oh wait,
Get a Jerry Springer one. You know, and then Sax trash the stage.
Dude, she just fits.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we covered a lot of subjects tonight.
The question is, do you have a paternity test after that? Jerry Springer, get it?
Yeah.
Ah,
That's right. Except Josie has Scot's face,
True,
so
true.
she needs not a
I was wondering where
paternity test.
my face went.
All right, well,
That was a surprise.
I'm Suzie Brown. This is Scot Sax. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's been such a good episode.
This is our last song, and we're gonna give you a choice. We can either do, we have a song called Love is a Simple Song,
I want to do. I am the
or we have a song called I Am the Summertime.
Summertime.
Okay. All right. All I got to find my pick. Before you know it, you'll be back in bed. Here we go. I think they should. You know what? Maybe we could just have.
I think you should do both.
Maybe we Maybe we can have curbside shows. Mike, you know, like kind of move with the times.
You could have like a VW bus, and like this door will just slide open, and you could play.
City Winery bus coming through the neighborhood.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would do that
Party
like
wagon.
now.
Aren't there enough buses in this town?
Are there?
Yeah, valid point. Aren't there enough buses in this town? Truth.
Pedal Tavern City.
Yeah, we just had someone very severely injured because they fell about a week ago.
All right, here we go. This song was the yeah. Anyway, there's a story that goes with it, but it's okay. I don't have to rest on my laurels. They should make pillows that have a picture of like Laurel from Laurel and Hardy, so you can rest on them.
It's all going downhill, folks.
But I will say that this song is in the movie American Pie. It's in the first movie American Pie. Right after the last line of the movie, and it goes into the credits, and Eugene Levy does a little dance in the hallway, and this song comes on. And that's the Laurel I'm resting on. And it was really fun because we got to go to the premiere of it, and no one knew if it was going to be a hit movie or not. And I just remember watching it being like, I feel like that movie was really good. It's like a TNA movie, but like that was kind of a good movie, and it is a good movie. And everybody in the cast was there, and it was just kind of neat. And then they all became like big stars, except for us. Okay. Hello to your mother, your brother, significant other. I am the summertime, and I'm here to free your mind. Kick off the shoes and do's and use anything but your mind. 'Cause this is the summertime, and it's here to free your mind. How many other people can you stay today? Don't you think it's high time that you stayed away? Leave today, don't fall behind. Try something new, turn into you if only for a short time. Sorry, your head inclined. Kick off your shoes, the blues, and use anything but your mind. 'Cause this is the summertime, and it's here to free your mind. How many other people can you say today? Don't you think it's high time that you said away? Leave today,
walk on the wild side. Said, hey, sugar, take a walk on the wild side. And the colored girls go say, da do 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 well, I saw her today at the reception, glass of wine in her hand. Knew she was gonna meet her connection, and her feet was a footloose man. Said, how many other people can you say today? Don't you think it's high time that you sail away? Leave today, don't fall behind. Hello to your mother and your brother, significant other. I am the summertime. I'm here to free your mind. Thank you very much for being such a good audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.